cinema matinee. I ain't got $7.50 to pay.
The movie should have just opened up with, ladies, if you ain't married, just hang yourself.
The movie should just open up with, if you're a guy and you're in this theater, just go ahead and leave now. Because you really got no business being here at all. This ain't for you. This woman, Katherine Heigl plays, has been a bridesmaid 27 times, and she loves it because when she was a little girl, she was a bridesmaid. Positive experience, so she loves it.
She's the maid of honor.
Yeah, she's the maid of honor. Now, the old expression goes, always a bridesmaid, never the bride. So she meets this guy, James Marsden, who's a newspaper reporter for a major magazine who covers the wedding section. He wants to be a more serious reporter, and he finds out about her little secret about being bridesmaid all these times, decides to do a secret story about her. Sparks start erupting between the two. There's the secret. He's writing the story, and we can kind of see where it goes.
The only time I did like this movie is when James Marsden was on the screen. He brought some life to this movie.
James Marsden is the sun, and every time he shows up, this movie brightens up. And then he leaves, and the world grows cold.
Gay.
Yeah, no, we got.
You know what? Call me gay, but you know what? He really does make this movie. He came in as if he were starring in a classic 50s romantic comedy opposite Audrey Hepburn.
How very refreshing. A man who doesn't believe in marriage.
I'm just trying to point out the hypocrisy of the spectacle.
Oh, that's so noble of you. Do you also go around telling small children that Santa Claus doesn't exist? Because someone needs to blow that wide open.
So you admit that believing in marriage is kind of like believing in Santa Claus?
Which isn't to say that Katherine Heigl's bad in this. She's not. No. She's perfectly serviceable.
But she has nobody to play off of in the rest of the film. No. She's got the best friend, who's an annoying best friend. But for some reason, every time she's not talking, she's making faces at the camera.
It starts out so strong. And Katherine Heigl's really funny. It's sort of got this slapstick thing that's going on, but it's endearing. And then after that intro, after the first 15 minutes, it turns into the typical romantic comedy where we have the whole miscommunication thing, but they'll get it solved at the end. And yes, everything will work out fine. And I'm fine with that in a lot of romantic comedies. That's the way they work. But sometimes they can be directed with so little inspiration that they just become dull. And that's what this movie is.
Now, you know who directed this, right?
Joe Bullshit. No,
no, this is from the genius who brought us Step Up.
Yeah, I don't even remember Step Up, and I'm not going to remember this movie either. So I think from a feminist perspective, it's a bad movie. I think from a comedy perspective, it's written poorly. And I think from a romantic comedy perspective, this is less than Paint by the Numbers. That's why I'm going to give this a very low rental.
This is a rental as well.
I got to be positive about the film because it's got some really cute moments, and everything with James Marsden is great. But there's absolutely nothing that says you should see this at a theater.
27 dresses. You got to be kidding me. I don't get it. All right, you do the thing. You have the dress. Just throw it out. All right? This is a huge closet. You live in New York. You cannot be eating up space like that.
If you met a girl who'd been a maid of honor 27 times, your first thought would be run.
And this is one of the reasons why I don't like romantic comedies a whole lot, because a lot of them are just talk down to women. And this one does too. It really does say, bitch, I don't care if you got a career, if you got a life, if you ain't married, you ain't shit.
Am I supposed to believe that your problem with romantic comedies is that they don't show enough respect to women? Is that what you're telling me?
Hey, you're making fun of him. The romantic comedies are just that bad that even Corey is pointing that out.
If you take a girl home after this movie and you do get a piece of ass, don't fall asleep, because you're going to wake up chained to the bed the next day, and she's not going to let you go until you agree to marry her. That's how aggressive this shit is.
What the hell happened to you, Corey?
He's a little frightened of marriage. No, he had that whole Rohypnol Elvis impersonator Vegas experience that one time, and it didn't work out.
Trying to make it real.